Hi, Brad from wpsites.net. This is video 20 in the WordPress video tutorial series for beginners, and we're going to have a look at the discussion settings in WordPress. And this is where you can control the comments on your blog, and it's quite important that you set these up correctly the first time, otherwise you'll find you can have an enormous amount of spam, and you can get some really bad spam links inserted on in your blog comments, and that can really damage your credibility with Google. So it's really important that you set these up as soon as you install WordPress, and there's quite a bit to cover. There's a range of different plugins you can install to help you avoid spam. The best of them is Akismet, and it's a plugin developed by Automatic, the company that owns WordPress. You'll find that it is installed with every default installation of WordPress. So I've written a tutorial on how to set that up, and it's pretty straightforward. So it's important that you do set that up. And you can also control comments. You can turn them off completely. You can edit edit your comments before they're published, and remove any links or correct spelling mistakes. You can also, there's different ways to change the default comment avatars, which are the little face shots next to the people that leave comments on your blog. You can also integrate Facebook comments in WordPress, and I've written about that. And there's also a plugin which will redirect anyone that leaves a comment on your blog to your sign up page, so that'll help you increase subscribers. So there's a fair bit of detail below this video. You'll find a lot of information related to discussion settings and comments, but let's just go into our demo site and we'll have a look at the standard discussion settings that you want to firstly configure when you install WordPress. Up the top here we've got the default article settings, and these will notify any blogs linked to from the article, so you can check these two up here if you want to allow the notifications. That's called pingbacks and trackbacks, and I've written more about that in another post. If you go to the help tab up the top here, you can click through to documentation and discussion settings, and that will that'll give you more information, more detail on all these different settings if you need to. Otherwise, below the video you'll find more info as well. And if you have a question, leave it below the video in the post as a comment, or click through to the WordPress support forums and you'll get some help from there. Sometimes it can take a while, you might be waiting a few days. So these two are totally optional, these first two. If you want to allow other blogs to be notified when they're linked to you or you link to them, allow people to post comments on new articles. If you want to completely wipe out comments, you don't want any commenting whatsoever, you can deselect this checkbox, and that'll remove any commenting on any of your blog posts or your pages. So if you just want to use WordPress for a static website, uncheck that right there. But most people use WordPress for blogging because it's a great way to build up a readership. Comment settings, comment author must fill out name and email. Make sure you check that, that's very important. Users must be registered. I don't select this because to register it's a bit of a process. I mean, it's fairly simple, but it takes more time. You'll find if you do ask for people to register before they leave comments, you might find your comment count's going to be significantly less than what it would be if you uncheck this. Okay, you can automatically close comments on articles that are more than a week or 2 weeks or a month old. That's totally your decision. You do this on a really big blog if you're getting an enormous amount of comments, and this will help you cut down on spam. But for a new blog, I think you want to leave that open, so your comments are always open on your blog posts. Here you can set the levels of nested comments, so when people make a comment, they reply to a specific comment, that comment will be included underneath the original comment they're replying to, rather than you have to search through the comments to find it. So you can configure those settings there, and you can break comments up into different pages if you have a hugely popular blog. This is quite a good setting here. Comments should be displayed with newer comments at the top or older comments at the top. So you decide on that. I like the latest ones, the freshest comments at the top. I like to check this when anyone leaves a comment, email me, or whenever a comment's held in moderation. By default this is left unchecked, but I'd recommend you check it. An administrator must always approve a comment. So make sure you've got that selected, and comment author must have a previously approved comment. Make sure you check that as well. It's your decision, but I think it's best to check that. Hold a comment in the queue if it contains 2 or more links. That's a good idea because most spammers do put links in the comments, and they use automated software to do it, and it's usually 2 or more links. And you've got a blacklist down here which you can include specific words if you're getting spammed a lot, and put them in the comment blacklist. You can also include people's email address, IP address and URL in there as well. Now comment avatars are really important. We'll just go to my site here and I'll look at a post I've got a bit of a controversial post at the moment. It's about a security site check, and the owner's having a go at me saying I've written incorrect information, but I can assure you it's not. He's trying to cover it up. So these are the little avatars of the comment author's face that it's included next to the comments, and this is where you can check them here. There's different services that offer them. In the previous video I recommended Gravatar, and I think that's the best. So you want to show avatars, check that there. I recommend you use Gravatar. They're the best service for avatars, and that way you've got a little image of everyone's face next to their comment, so it personalizes your blog more. So that's it for the discussion settings. They're the basic WordPress default discussion settings. But you want to make sure you install Akismet, and that's a plugin that will greatly reduce the amount of spam that you have on your site. And you activate it, you sign up for what they call an API key, and then you can enter that API key. That'll get sent to you via email. So just follow the steps with installing Akismet, and I highly recommend it. It really is one of the best anti-spam plugins, if not the best. And there is another way to greatly reduce spam on comments, and it's by using the Jetpack plugin. That's another plugin that's created by the same author as Akismet, Automatic, and here it is here. This is the Jetpack plugin. It's a plugin that I recommend everyone installs, especially if you're new to WordPress, and it adds all these fantastic features to your site. Fantastic contact forms. It's a free plugin. Also spelling and grammar, you can check for spelling and grammar. Gravatar hover cards. The sharing buttons are really good, the social sharing buttons. You'll find the WordPress.com stats are very popular because they're so easy to follow. It also adds a subscription service, which is a bit like FeedBurner, which is really good, and it adds a fantastic gallery for viewing images in a gallery carousel. But one of the best things about this is the Jetpack comments. If you activate the Jetpack comments and you have Akismet installed as well, you'll find your comment spam will be substantially reduced. So that's a fantastic feature of Jetpack comments, and all the comments, and anyone that leaves uses any of your contact forms, it'll all be screened through Akismet. So it's all be tied in with Akismet, and this will greatly reduce spam. So that's pretty much it for the discussion and comment settings. There's quite a lot more detail on that, which you'll find below this video on the post. Discussion settings in WordPress, video 20. So make sure you have a look at that. The next one we're going to look at is Permalink Settings. This is something you want to set up when you first install WordPress. So there's different types. These are what are called permalinks up the top here in the address bar, and there's different types of what they call permalink structures, which you can use with WordPress. I recommend the post name is the best. It's the most simple. I'm actually using category post name in here, but with post name you can still have categories and post name as well, and it's more flexible. So we'll take a look at that in the next video. Thanks for watching, folks. Cheers. See you next time.